What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at, well, his name's Dalton. I know y'all don't see it on the screen, but his name is Dalton. He actually DM'd me on Instagram, and he is struggling to get rid of his love handles. So let's read this real quick, and let's create a program for him. So he's 25, 200 pounds, 5'10". He works in a warehouse. He works from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. He is married. He's been working out constantly. That's good. So there's no struggle right there with, going into the gym. His workout routine, he swims around 6,000 yards a week minimum, and he lifts on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. That's actually really good. My goal is to have abs by December. So real quick before we get into it, if you guys don't know who I am, my name's Asher. I make completely free workout programs on my channel and give fitness advice. I have one mission, it is to get you healthy and for you to stay healthy for the rest of your life. So if you want to be featured next in this series, all you have to do is look at the description down below. It will give you the instructions. You can either shoot me a DM, you can comment on this YouTube post, comment on one of my YouTube shorts, TikTok, whatever, to be featured next on this series, okay? But for this video, we're going to be looking at Dalton, and it looks like he is struggling to get rid of his love handles. So right off the bat, really without writing anything, I know Dalton struggles with food, 100%. That is what his struggle is here. It is not his workout routine. It is not his cardio. It is not, he doesn't have time. No, it's food. So love handles, or you can call it the spare tire, whatever, the fat around your stomach, 99.9% of the times it is because you are on a very high carb and high fat diet with minimal protein. Okay, so you aren't building as much muscle as you think. Okay, there are two macronutrients that people need to focus on heavily: carbs and protein. Carbs are not enemy, carbs are your friend. Okay, your enemy 9 times out of 10 is fat content. Okay, because fat content, it's extremely dense, so you can eat a lot of it, like peanut butter, for example. Like if you weigh out one serving size of peanut butter, it's like this much. I'm not kidding, but people usually have a whole spoon of it, and it's like 2.5, 3 servings, and that's about 400, 500 calories, depending on which brand you go with, right? So let's start tackling Dalton's struggles here, okay? Let me go over to my handy dandy Excel sheet here. So struggles, I know right off the bat, we need to start tracking food. Need to start tracking macros, okay? Another big thing that he struggles with, what I am going to assume, is need to train with more intensity. Okay, now why do I say that? Well, if we go back to his comment, right, he says he already lifts Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If you're only lifting 3 days a week, you got to train really, really freaking hard on those days. All right. The sweet spot for my clients that I coach is like 4 to 5 days. And I still train them very intensely on 4 to 5 days. But with 3 days, like, dude, you gotta work really, really hard in order to see some gains. All right. And a lot of people think they are training really hard when in reality they are not. Okay, so let me just go over this real quick. I would love for you to focus on going until failure. A lot of people just put like a number in their head, choose a weight. They're like, I'm just going to do a set of 10, right? They'll pick up dumbbells and they'll do 10, they'll put it down, right? If you are not struggling on the last rep, right, whether it's shoulder press, bicep curl, whatever, if you're not struggling a lot on the last rep, then you need to increase the weight or you need to increase reps, either or, okay? So you need to be training a lot more intensely. Okay, so instructions for this program, to tell you the truth, we're not going to do swimming. We're going to do incline treadmill. So we're going to do incline, we're going to do incline treadmill. Whoops. Incline treadmill, and then we're going to do 8 incline, 3 speed, and then we're going to do 20 minutes, 3 times per week. I may need to go to the next line, or what can I guess I can shorten this a little bit. There we go. Maybe we can do that. I'll just do 3 times. He'll understand. He'll understand what it means. So I'll do incline treadmill, 8 incline, 3 speed, 20 minutes, 3 times per week. And then another instruction I want to put on here is train until failure. Actually, I'm going to put that in all caps. Train until failure. Again, this program is not going to be for everyone. Okay, so what I'm writing this, guys, is not going to be for everyone. So if you've never lifted a weight before in your life, this probably isn't going to be for you. All right, this is going to be towards someone who is struggling to lose love handles if they have been working out for a very long time. Okay, so if you have never touched a weight before, I would recommend not following this. Okay, so this, now people watching this video are like, okay, this probably isn't for me. Maybe it's time to click on another video. All right, that's completely fine. All right. And honestly, those are the only 2 instructions I want to include, if I'm being completely real. All right, let's go. Since you're already working out 3 times a week, let's just go ahead and go here. And this is, so if y'all have watched my videos before, this is always my baseline for every single 3-day per week program, and it's really, really good. A lot of people try and overcomplicate programs. If you have something for each muscle group and you're hitting like 3 to 6 sets of each per week, you're good. And this program does that. Only thing that I'm going to change here is I am actually going to do barbell squat for him. Okay, he is way too advanced to be doing only leg press. All right, and then also I am going to include one more exercise for his lower, and I'm going to do dumbbell lunges. And then we're going to do 3 sets of 10. And then we're going to do 45 seconds rest. Barbell squat, 90 seconds rest. I actually like that because it's a little bit of a higher rep range. So this program is good for you, Dalton. Again, you don't have to overcomplicate this at all. Like this is completely cool. All right, follow this. Now the biggest thing that I want you to focus on is this right here. This program will only work if you train until failure. I'm not kidding, okay? Train until failure, and then this is the last missing piece, all right? Your macros, okay? So I'm pretty sure, yeah, 25, 200, 510. 25, 510, and then 200. And then we're actually going to do light exercise. I'm just curious what it's going to be. We'll do mild weight loss. Yeah, okay, cool. That's exactly what I wanted to be, around the 23 to 2400 range. And also, these macros right here, this is perfect. Like, this right here is quite literally perfect. Only thing that you could change around a little bit is increase the fat intake a little bit. You could increase the fat intake a little bit to like 72, and then that could be a little bit more up your speed. But this is perfect. And the reason why I say it is because protein is good for building muscle, carbs is great for energy, right? Fat is really just hormonal, as well as it helps your sleep, okay? There's really no reason you should be over like 80 grams of fat a day. There's very rare occasions where I put my clients over 80 grams of fat because it is way more important to prioritize protein and carbs. If you prioritize these 2 macronutrients, you're going to have way better recovery, and also you're going to be able to train harder in the gym. If you train harder in the gym, you're going to be breaking down more muscle, and then you're going to be able to build up more muscle. Does that make sense? Right? If you only had 150 grams of carbs and then you had 100 grams of fat, well, that's 100 grams of carbs that you could be eating lost with fat content, and that 100 grams of carbs could be used as energy in the gym next day. All right, so I like these macronutrients a lot. 2360 calories. So let's go here. 2360. And then it was 193, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, 192, I mean. 252 and then 72. 252 and then 72. So this is what I want you to follow down here. Instead of 150, I'm just going to do 100. And this is very important. I don't want you to neglect this. So again, the reason why you're not losing your love handles is because of diet and nutrition. Point blank period. And also training until failure. So these are the notes and instructions, calorie-wise and macro-wise. Buy a food scale. download MyFitnessPal, track absolutely everything. If you don't know how to track, look up a YouTube video, okay? And you need to eat 100 grams of protein for the first 2 weeks, all right? And that's it. Okay. Once you start hitting 100 grams of protein for the first 2 weeks, your body's probably going to want more. I would increase to about 150. Do that for a week. If you have that tackled, then I would start hitting these macros right here. Okay. These calories are great. However, a lot of people think that, just I'll follow my calories and it'll all go away. That's not always necessarily the case. Again, I've been a coach for 6.5 years, and following macros, your physique's gonna change. Okay, I like to say, or I have this saying where it goes, macronutrients is for physical appearance, micronutrients is for the way you feel. Okay, so if you are trying to lose love handles, that's a physical appearance. You need to focus on this right here. Calories in, calories out, that's a great standard to go by, but that's really just if you're like very, very, very overweight. Yeah, sure, you can, be 1,000 calories under and lose weight, right? But that is what I will tell you, Dalton. This is a really, really good baseline for you. Thanks for giving me all that context, bro. And again, here are the calories and macros. Here are the instructions. Here are the struggles that I believe you need to start tackling. You need to start tracking macros. You need to train with more intensity. And then here's the 3-day per week program I want you to go with. I think this will help you out a lot, brother. And I want you to come back with me in like 2 weeks, comment on one of my videos, shoot me a DM on Instagram and tell me how it's going, bro. But hope you guys enjoyed. And if y'all want to be featured next on this series, again, here are the instructions. You can comment down below, comment on one of my Instagram short or Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, whatever it may be. But until next time, guys, God bless.